People of Earth, good evening. Today is April 29, 2024. Here are the developments on the current galactic events that affect the future of Earth as a planetary civilization. In this week's edition, we will return to the inner Earth civilizations and take stock of the situation regarding the major influential cultures participating in Earth global's evolution and consciousness ascension. We will also see how the worlds of Nataru, this galaxy, are successfully rebelling against the long-standing Ciakahrr oppression. I am pleased to welcome you to this 28th edition of Star Nation News. On November 23, 2023, an extraordinary meeting occurred in a base of the Galactic Federation of Worlds in the Himalayas, with representatives of the most influential inner Earth kingdoms. This council was to evaluate the global state of the evolution of human consciousness in the matter of a progressive shift in frequency. The Galactic Federation of Worlds measure instruments disclose results that were beyond expectations. And the inner Earth representatives were very happy with these positive news. Despite many areas of darkness remaining on Earth, the overall average measurements of the frequency of humanity's collective consciousness showed high and satisfactory results, fulfilling every expectations. Following the extraordinary meeting in the Himalayas, the regents of the leading cities of the inner Earth kingdoms, in turn, held a council in the deep underground city of Maraceno, located beneath the islands of the Azores, in early December 2023. In their desire to assist surface humanity in the next step of its evolution, they decided to open some of the entrances to inner Earth, to the surface humans, and allow a vetted number of them physical access to some of the halls of records. The knowledge that would be shared would be only that which could not be turned into weapons, such as in the fields of medical science and spiritual development. Since that meeting in Maraceno, some entrances to inner Earth have been reopened in certain locations under the military protection of the Earth Alliance, to prevent any unwanted intrusion by undesirable forces working against the good of this planet. In addition to the military presence, selected civilians were welcome to visit inner Earth facilities and meet with the local populations. The kingdoms of inner Earth are spread throughout the various layers of the planet's mantle, shifting to higher densities as they go deeper. The inner Earth indigenous people are of various origins. The most ancient ones are the original Earth etheric spirits that can be classified as elementals, fairy folks, or elves. These are much higher densities of matter and live commonly in tribal-based societies, exception made for 3 big elven kingdoms led by a royal caste. They are accustomed to visit the planet's surface via what they name water gates. It's the equivalent of transdensity teleporters, usually embedded in water springs, more rarely lakes, as water activated with the right frequency keys become vorticial. Or micro wormhole, if it can be explained as such. A very ancient extraterrestrial race, that is to say, was the first to visit planet Earth 200 million years ago, is the Naga, a reptilian race originally from the Alpha Draconis star system. The Naga arrived 200 million years ago to Earth in the spirit of colonizing it and owning it. They arrived when Earth was at the early stage of life cellular development. The Naga terraformed their new environment to make of Earth a planet fitted for reptilian life, terraforming the atmosphere notably, and stopping evolution for a lot of life forms. 65 million years ago, the Intergalactic Confederation, also known as the Cedars Group, arrived in this star system and found a planet that was terraformed by reptilians. They wanted to restore the planet to its original biodiversity because something was wrong. It was going against the laws of evolution. So the Cedars put an end to Earth reptilian realm. They reset the planet to a more fair and state. They reset the planet, wiping out all the great reptile races and giving life of Earth, all life, equal chances to strive and develop. The Nagas were given notice, of course. Those who wished to leave left, and those who wished to remain, a lot were, of course, killed, but a lot of them went underground. And still, through to this day, the Naga live in the underground of Earth. They are not overall aggressive race. Some of the Naga communities have grown to be very wise and spiritual. So this is the story of the Naga. And you have also in Inner Earth other people. Here are the races that compose the majority of the Inner Earth populations. Third density humans who migrated underground after dramatic global catastrophes or threats of extinction. Among them, we find descendants of Lemurians, Atlanteans, Hyperboreans, and diverse indigenous surface populations. Here you have also a various panel of extraterrestrial colonies, such as the Alpha Centaurian Telosians, who built the renowned Telos civilization. The Telos civilization was extended in a big part of the Earth underground places. The central city of Telos was located deep down under Mount Shasta in North America. The Telosians were a pacifist race, a colonist, until the Ciakahrr from the Alpha Draconis came back in the recent history and coerced the Telosians to give them their web of underground networks as well as the Nagas. So the Ciakahrr took hold of Telos until it was liberated in 2021. Not all Telosians complied by fear and threat. Many of them formed a Maquis resistance and held the ground to the Ciakahrrs. Also, the Naga did the same. Not all the Nagas joined the forces, the dark side of the Ciakahrr. Many of them also rebelled and stood ground. The Sasquatch or Bigfoot live half underground and half in remote, densely forested areas. They are descendants from refugee colonies from Mars when a great cataclysm that destroyed the fifth planet occurred. Other survivors of the explosion of the fifth planet are those we know now as the ant people, who were in fact Ashai colonists on the planet Mars, or Tyr, from the beginning. The Ashai are originally from the galaxy NGC 1300 in the galactic cluster Eridanus, located 75 million light-years from Earth. Their civilization is spread over about 100 star systems. They are a very, very ancient and wise culture. They are human insectoid in nature. They are verbal as well as telepathic. They have a society based on a royal system, with a high king and many lesser kings ruling over a large number of kingdoms scattered throughout the planet. The ant people have made contact with modern humanity on several occasions, and I recommend following the accounts of US Army personnel, JP, who had regular contacts with them during missions to Inner Earth. If you want to communicate with the people of Inner Earth, you have to go to them. Go to nature. Go to the wild, beautiful places where you can feel the pristine, ancestral, powerful energies coming from the land and the trees, the rivers and the caves. For the people of Inner Earth will not come to your dangerous, polluted, noisy, busy cities. They have opened their doors and sent the call of the heart to hear and feel and be guided by this call. You must dwell in an inner space of peace, with a free mind and a heart beating with love. Then you can hear their call and follow it into the wild places. Follow their signal and you will find them. As the Ciakahrr War continues through Nataru, a global galactic uprising has unfolded and blossomed. It is heartwarming and exciting to see all these worlds standing up to the oppressor and waking up to fight for their rights and justice, assisted by the Galactic Alliance. Despite some casualties, the price to pay to gain freedom and sovereignty from oppression, more and more cultures are learning about those who have stood up and succeeded, and they are galvanized to do the same. The fact that the Galactic Alliance, enforced by the fearsome Gnomopo, is helping these worlds and fighting the Ciakahrr in space is a prime motivation as well. Rogue squads of Ciakahrr ships that have broken off from defeated fleets continue to roam the galaxy, inflicting minor casualties. They are the most difficult to locate despite the Alliance scanning operations. Nonetheless, they are always neutralized in the end, since there is so much they can do and so far they can go without being intercepted. This operation of the galactic proportions to defeat the Ciakahrr Empire will be etched in the minds of all and told with pride to future generations. Well, what a wonderful wonderful uprising for Nataru, for this galaxy. Hope is the fuel of all these people who have been oppressed for such a long time by this despicable Ciakahrr empire, playing the role of entropy in this galaxy. Now it is great to see this uprising, and although as souls we aspire to peace, naturally, as it is a state of peace that we reach out after the end of the cycles of our incarnations, there are so many different ways to install peace, either by radiating peace from your center of peace, or either by taking arms and fight for right and justice. Even if it is not your world, even if it is not your people, you are fighting for justice, for fairness, for life, to defend the oppressed. And this is a noble cause. And in the end, when you win, you have then the power to allow peace to prevail. And this is what is happening now in this galaxy. The unity of the many, inspired by the boldness of a few, wins. The people of Inner Earth know about this, of course. They know that humanity is awakening. They know that the heads of the evil ones has been removed. They know that the regressive extraterrestrials have been removed from the star system, at least from Earth, that they know for sure. And now they know that they are more safe to interact again with the human surface. And you know, many of them used to live on the surface of Earth. And Earth surface humans used to communicate also with the people from Inner Earth. And now this era is going to be again. As humans of Earth surface humans that you are the pivotal singularity that will allow, by your own choice, your own decisions, the reconnection from underneath, beneath the Earth people, and the connection with the star nations from beneath and from above. You are in the middle, and it is because of your actions that this is happening, because of your awakening, because of the opening of your consciousness. You are, each of you, the vortex, conjugate point that allows these two contacts to happen and unfold into a beautiful future. There are a lot of underground cities, a lot of access to Inner Earth. I have been myself in Eastern Turkey, in Derinkuyu, which is in this area one of the 200 and more repertoried underground cities. 200 have been repertoried, 200, and there's so much more, but that is all over the Earth. In Eastern Turkey, it's very close to the surface, and also, excuse me, also in Romania, you have the accounts of different underground cities. Romania is also another access to these underground cities. You have Mount Shasta, you have so many places, and Asia also, everywhere on Earth. You have access to underground cities yet to be discovered and opened. I have been to Derinkuyu, as I was saying, and it was extraordinary because once you descend in this network of underground, the frequency is different. The deeper you go and the higher the frequency is, you really feel you are traveling towards a higher density plane, towards inner earth. All the levels, there are so many levels. It's an absolutely extraordinary place. I recommend everyone to go and visit to feel the awareness, a physical awareness of inner earth. Well, we are living through exciting times. And these exciting times, you make them because you are the medium, the intermediary between sky and earth. You humans of earth are an amazing, amazing race. And the people of the star nations, as well as the people from inner earth, trust in you blindly because they know who you are. And in turn, it is time you learn to know who you truly are. See you next week in my duty to bring you the news from sky and earth. I will find you next week in a beautiful place. And in the meantime, keep tuned. See you next week with love.